Hello! So this is actually the end of the week that I filmed and I'm about to show you. When I started out, I actually didn't know if I would go with the plan and film it, but I'm really glad I did, and I'm really looking forward to sharing my little adventure with you. The context is this was sort of the last free week that I will have for a while. I anticipate the next season being very busy. So I felt this enormous pressure to make the most of it, whatever that means. And I don't know about you, but the more that I feel like I have to make the most of every moment and have fun and like just live big in my free time, the more that I find myself unable to do so. It's so counterproductive because that pressure just sucks the joy out of it, and I just feel paralyzed by indecision and uncertainty. And all that is to say, when I started out this week, that's exactly where I was. Then I found this inspiration in the most unlikely of places. I'll show you in just a little bit what I'm talking about, but that gave me an outline of a plan. And one important thing is that I made a deal with myself. Once I had this plan, I decided as long as I did the one thing that day, I would count it as a good day. No pressure to fill every second. The one thing would be enough. And I truly believe that was the key to what was maybe the best week that I've had in a very long time. Look at this. I am pretty sure this is for kids, but I actually found it pretty inspiring. So I was thinking maybe this is what I'll do. Don't know about the biggest week ever, but I think there's something here. So day one. The suggestion for day one was to be kind and to do a small act of kindness. And I think kindness is both a very big thing and a small thing, because it truly can begin with just a small gesture towards somebody else, whether you know them or not. And that's what I'm doing and have done today. I don't really want to make this a video about like showing me do kind things, because that kind of seems a little bit, I think it's fine, but just for me, it's not something I want to show on camera. So you'll have to take my word for it, even if you don't know me, which is probably the case. But here's a general motto for life: to be kind. Hi, it's day 2, and I actually meant to take this video before I went into Target, but I forgot because I was in a hurry. So day 2 is to be confident. One thing I really struggle with is filming in public. Even if it's like not obtrusive, I'm not, sticking my camera in anybody's faces, but I just feel really self-conscious. And so I did a tiny bit of filming when I was buying a few items that we needed, and Yeah, I was nervous, but I did it, so I'm gonna count that as a win. Chocolate. This brand is one of my favorites. My friend Claire introduced it to me. This pumpkin spice oat milk, it's tiny and a little bit pricey, but it's amazing. This is the tiny Target haul. Mainly we needed zucchini for veggie pasta I'm making and oat milk. Day 3, it's be adventurous and try something you've never done before. So there's a walk that I sort of have passed. It's it's a fork in the road that I've never taken, so I'm going to walk that road and see where we go. Looks like there's a walking bridge up ahead, I think to cross the big road over here. Do you see the bunny? It looks like a little rock. Its like head is tucked in. For day 4, the challenge is to be creative. So I thought I'd share an art project that I actually started more than 14 years ago. And it's kind of crazy to me that it's been so long. I wasn't working on it for most of that time. I took a very long break in between. I'll show you what I mean. But I still wanted to share it because it's a reminder to me, and maybe even to you, that it's not too late. I call it my alphabet project because for every letter of the alphabet, I wanted to draw something that was meaningful to me in some way. So the first one is Athena, who was my favorite goddess back in June of 2010, which is crazy. That was a long time ago. So I'll show you a few more. B is Blastoise because that was one of the favorite Pokemon of somebody I really cared about. And C is Cupcake because I love sweets. D is Doraemon. And these I all drew in June of 2010. Then I took a long break, and in 2019 I resumed briefly with this drawing of a gardenia that isn't quite finished, but I still like the look of it. Finally, another 4 years later, I began again with Pusheen saying hello for the letter H. And since then, I've drawn on and off, and I've really worked this summer to finish this. It's an orange blossom. This is the one I'm currently drawing. It's a ratatouille. I've made it to the letter R, so we are getting there, and I wanted to finish this drawing today with you. Today, I'm being independent. I'm on a hike by myself, which is not something I thought I would do. But here I am. So you might have noticed that my video only included 5 days and activities. And that's because number 6 is to dream big. And I'm doing that by making this video and uploading it and sharing it with you and hoping that it brings you a little bit of joy. Finally, number 7 is to be brave by doing the right thing, which I thought was really interesting. And when I reflected back upon this week, I realized that I had a number of decisions that I had to make, personal, professional, and relational. And I think that sometimes the right thing is very clear. You know, treat others the way you like to be treated, be kind. And other times, there is no absolute right path. There's just what's right for you. And I think that's also what makes it really scary, because you really don't know what's down your road, whether the other road could have been better. And I think about this all the time, to be honest. But life seems to be lived in this in between. And learning to live means learning to live with the uncertainty of all of it. And that's something I really struggle with after a pretty long, pretty rough period in my life. I'm beginning to believe that it's worth it. And my hope is that it's the same for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you.